Every person's home is their own castle, but for some, their homes are literally their castles. Nowadays, castles are no longer reserved for royalties. They can be bought just like any other luxury home, if and only if you can afford it. Why the emphasis on affordability? Well, let's not forget that they once belonged to royalties, and that's sure to make the price tag surge a bit. Castles have come a long way. They evolved from being structures of necessity to symbols of power and wealth today. Castles depict history, art, and affluence. So, as there are many castles around the world listed to be sold, which ones are the most expensive ones? Let's take a look. The European country France holds on to the most expensive castle in the world. As a matter of fact, when it was sold, it created a sensation in the world by acquiring the title of the world's most expensive home. It is the Chateau Louis XIV, which is the castle in today's video. This castle saw the change in ownership back in 2015, and the price tag for this change was $320 million. Well, the castle doesn't have anything to worry about, as just like once it was home of royalties, it found its way to another royalty from Saudi Arabia. Yes, the crowned prince of Saudi Arabia, Mohammed bin Salman, splashed out almost $320 million on the 50,000-acre Chateau Louis XIV in Louveciennes near Versailles in France. Only a single chateau has been constructed in France in over a century, and the Chateau Louis XIV was greatly inspired by the spectacular classical palaces built throughout the reign of the eponymous king. While modeled on a 17th century French castle, the current chateau was actually built by Imad Khashoggi, nephew of the late billionaire arms dealer Adnan Khashoggi, who bulldozed a 19th century castle to make way for the new chateau in 2009. To the naked eye, it appears to have been built in the time of Versailles, the royal palace that set a world standard for gaudy luxury. But the 17th century design camouflages 21st century technology. The fountains, sound system, lights, and whisper silent air conditioning can all be controlled remotely by iPhone. The picturesque property is in the midst of some beautiful woods and grasslands, and the palatial home combines state-of-the-art technologies and historical wonders. The chateau is a classical but futuristic project, along with more standard flourishes for top-of-the-line properties like a wine cellar and movie theater. The rotunda features an exquisite fresco on the ceiling, while the moat includes transparent underwater chamber with sturgeon and koi swimming overhead. A statue of Louis XIV, made of Carrara marble, stands watch over the ground. The palatial home is equipped with state-of-the-art kitchens that guarantee no noise or sound, and there are almost 200 completely handcrafted chandeliers and wall-mounted lamps. The house is built with French and imported Brazilian and Carrara marbles, and the fountains are lacquered with gold leaf, as Guardian reports, remarkably similar to Chateau de Versailles. The Chateau Louis XIV is a genuinely noteworthy building with an enthralling perfect fusion of luxury and technology. The ground floor is an expansive space fit to hold grand receptions under the phenomenal painted ceilings. At the same time, the living room and the dining hall are no less impressive, according to CoachMad. These Trompe d'Oeil frescoes are inspired by Chateau de Versailles' decor and Charles Lebrun's creations. Behind the 5.2 meters high ceiling, there is a noiseless cooling system. A 540 square foot room is used as a safe room on the same floor, and the spacious garage can house up to 8 cars. In terms of comfort, there are 10 bedroom suites, a huge reception room with a 52-foot high painted dome ceiling, a library, as well as a wine cellar that can store up to 3,000 bottles, enough to toast success with Newcastle. It also has indoor and outdoor pools, a private cinema, a squash court, 2 ballrooms, and a nightclub. Most spectacularly, perhaps, is the underwater meditation room built inside the castle's moat, which features a transparent underwater chamber with fish, including sturgeon and koi, swimming above. 17th century French castles were known for their lush, expansive gardens, and the grounds surrounding the chateau are undoubtedly in keeping with this tradition. Colorful flower beds, sculptures, and immaculate box hedges abound across the outdoor garden space, and there's even a labyrinth as well as a small and fully functional farm and vegetable garden. The frescoes hide the air conditioners, while the house has been outfitted with a super high-tech security system. It's not all for the show, it's also about safety and privacy. The chateau has brought a new dimension to haute couture, living as a property fit for a royal. Though the building was only built recently, CoachMad boasts that the chateau fulfills the French standards for what constitutes a historical monument. Bin Salman first purchased the property under a veil of secrecy. The castle's possession was hidden by various shell corporations in France and Luxembourg. However, they're all owned by 8 funding firm, a Saudi agency run by head of Prince Mohammed's private business. It stated, basing its claims on data revealed in the so-called Paradise Papers leak of hundreds of thousands of paperwork hacked from a Bermuda regulation agency. Here ends our tour into the most expensive castle in the world. Which amenity do you find interesting the most? Let us know in the comments. Be sure to like and subscribe to our channel to be up to date with our videos. See you in the next one.